Good morning. We are here on a review hearing. We're conducting this through Zoom under a finding of good cause and agreement of the parties. And Ms. Taylor is making our record. We're also live streaming. Okay, we'll take announcements.
Daniel Trout for the department and Letitia Doggett and Marissa Herrera are my pharmacy specialists today.
TD Hammons for the children.
Okay. All right, what do we have new since the report was filed? Now
Yes,
we can.
Okay, Jasenia left when she turned 18. She went on trial independence. She's come back into care a few times. 2 weeks ago, she called me on a Thursday night and said she and her boyfriend had been kicked out of where they were residing with his mom. So I went and got them, brought them back to Lubbock, placed them in Passages, the SEAL program there. Saturday night, Colton, the boyfriend's dad, came and picked them up.
Texas.
They're in and they're doing okay. It's probably where they need to be.
Are they with his father?
With his father. I know nothing about him. I did not even know he existed until they called and said, this is where we are. She has promised me she will stay in touch with me. She's trying desperately to get pregnant. She thinks that's the answer to her problems. I'm tried everything I can to encourage her to not do that, but she thinks that will make her happy. But she's promised me, and I believe her, that she will stay in touch with me.
Okay. Well, all right. I won't go into my psychology 101 about that, but maybe they're at least in a safe place.
I have to believe they are. They were not when I picked them up in Amarillo. I have to believe that. She is getting, she got her PAL money. Her PAL check was sent to her this week. She was working at McDonald's. And so she has a couple of checks that I am mailing to her. I'm going to pick one of them up when I'm going to Amarillo tomorrow, and I'm going to pick one of her checks up. I'm also going to pick the boyfriend's check up from Sonic, and I'm mailing them to them. And they seem to think that will help them get into an apartment. They're both actively, Jasenia will work if she could just stay someplace. And so they're both actively looking for jobs. So hopefully that will help a little bit.
Okay. Well, that's all we can do right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how about Mr. Roman?
Roman was moved to a foster home here in Canyon, Texas on the 10th of this month. He's doing fairly well, enrolled in school. There's been a couple of behavior issues, like asking the other foster children to seek marijuana for him and a couple of things that are concerning, but the placement is doing really good about monitoring that and ensuring that none of that is happening. And he's doing fairly well. We've done one visit with his grandmother here in Amarillo, but we've kind of backed off on that. It was kind of sudden during spring break, but because of him seeking marijuana and the grandmother's sister living with her and not doing a background check, we can't really know that it's safe for him to visit at the home. They just can do outings like lunch and stuff.
Okay. All right. Mr. Hammonds?
Judge, I do stay in contact with Roman. I spoke with him last night. He's doing fine. I can tell just by speaking to him. I mean, he's matured a lot over the last 6 months to a year. We talked a lot about he would like to go live with grandma. And I explained to him, St. Francis, even over the last 6 months, has kind of started from scratch and tried to talk to grandma and talk to her sister sister's a long haul trucker. Sister does not feel like she needs to cooperate with the department and give them background information like her criminal record and things of that nature. And so I explained to Roman, he could probably go live with grandma if the adults in his life would do certain things to cooperate with the department. So I explained to him, none of that is his fault. I mean, he's done everything he's supposed to do. He's progressing. He's making good decisions. So he asked me if he'd be able to get a job, maybe help grandma get her own apartment and then move in with grandma. And I told him to just stay in contact with Marissa. I said, nobody is going to prevent you from getting a job. If you want to get some job after school, you know, he thought he could probably walk to a job there in Canyon. And then, I mean, he might be able to help grandma get an apartment. And I think if grandma would do that, he might be able to move in with grandma and spend the, you know, senior year of high school with grandma. So hopefully in the next 6 months, maybe we can work toward that. I would hope, you know, the department would at least, you know, help as much as possible or stay in contact with grandma. And then Yesenia, over the last 6 months, I've had a very hard time tracking her down. Letitia, if you would even email me like contact info or phone number that she has right now. I mean, if you've got a pen and paper, I'll give you my email address. I don't care.
Okay, I'll take it.
But yeah, Judge, the last thing I knew, she had run away from her last placement. They were trying to find her. And so what Letitia has just conveyed to the court is information to me from the last 6 months that I did not know. And I don't know if the court, I guess if she's participating in some services and PAL, you know, the court might want to keep her connected for another 6 months, but then let her go. I mean,
I want to leave it. I want to leave that out there. Maybe when they kind of get settled there in Jacksboro.
yeah, if she gets a job,
Jacksboro. I mean,
yeah, if she gets
maybe,
a job and they move into their own apartment and they're moving on, I don't know that the department's resources are well spent in that situation.
Yeah, but if she gets a job and I don't know what else, you know, I mean, if there's any other SIL program or anything that might be available. I mean, I just don't want to close the door right now.
I understand. Help her get her driver's license if she doesn't have it. Did she graduate high school yet?
I don't know the answer to that. I want to say that she did, but I will find out. I do. I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
We've talked about college, but we talk about it kind of when she wants to talk about it. It's not something I've brought up. So I don't know, but I will find out.
Right.
I think the main thing is to make sure she knows what's available, you know, and I think she does, just because she's been in a couple of different SIL placements, right, Ms. Doggett?
She has been in Passages twice. I do want to keep her because when she calls, she is in a desperate situation. She doesn't just call me to see how my day is going. When she calls, she needs me. She gets herself into situations and she has kind of a bit of a volatile temper. And so she has trouble getting along with others. So I honestly feel like she needs the department at least for 6 more months.
Okay, I'm good with that.
I
I'm
agree
good with that. I personally don't know any 18-year-olds that are ready to be on their own. That maybe someone does, but I don't personally know any of them. So, no, let's leave the door open. All right, then I will continue the department as permanent managing conservator of Roman. And we will leave everything available and open to Yesenia if she wants to look at coming back into care. And we'll have another review hearing September 14th of 2023. That's a 9 o'clock docket. Go through enough and get mom's and get mom's agreement so that she can go on her way. I hate to keep her. Ms. Cook, are you okay as far as waiting a little bit? Are you pressed for time?
I actually have a doctor's appointment this morning. But I have seizures and I'm trying to still get them under control. So I do have a doctor's appointment I have to be at.
Okay. So I'm wondering if while maybe we can kind of do this and get mom's agreement on the record, and then maybe Ms. Hunter can try to reach out to Mr. Mitchell and see if he can't get logged in. And then if we don't get him, then we'll just have to reset.
And in the meantime,
Oh,
I think I've
here he
got-
comes. Here he comes.
Okay.
Here he comes.
Thank you, Lila.
All right, we've got Mr. Mitchell in. You're here on a review hearing. We are conducting this through the Zoom program by a finding of good cause. Both parents reside in the state of Colorado, so we've agreed to appear electronically today. We are also live streaming on our YouTube channel, and Ms. Taylor is making our record. Okay, I'll go ahead and take everyone's announcements.
Daniel Trout for the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services, and Christina Hunter is my permanency specialist.
All right, and present on the telephone is Amber Cook, and Mr. Purvis Mitchell has also appeared through Zoom. And Mr. Taylor is present, the child's attorney and guardian ad litem.
Correct.
Okay, then, Mr. Trout.
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor, we filed a motion to modify the final order in the suit affecting the parent-child relationship, in that department would like to give PMC to the grandmother who is currently placement for the child. Mother and father would still have possessory conservatorships, and the department be dismissed from the case is what we're asking for. I believe there's also judge ordered it at the last hearing that child support that was directed to the department be directed to Lila Mitchell, the grandmother who is placement, is what we're asking for.
Okay. I have a note, looks like, let's see. Yeah, we redirected it. Hang on just a minute, let me get back. Okay, right.
And that was written in the last order of
Yeah.
review hearing order, Your Honor.
Yeah, we did do that at the last hearing. Okay. All right, Mr. Mitchell, is this agreeable to you?
Yes, it is.
Ms. Cook,
Okay.
are you
Yes,
also in
ma'am.
agreement with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you both understand that this will give the primary custody of the child to the grandmother.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, then I will approve that agreement, and we'll name the grandmother. And what is her name, Mr. Trout?
Lila Mitchell,
Delilah?
Lila, Lila.
Lila. All right, I'll name Lila Mitchell as the sole managing conservator of McCain, the parents.
Okay, sorry.
I'll name the parents as possessory conservators. And we will redirect Mr. Mitchell's child support, if it hasn't already, that we will, obviously that will be payable to Lila Mitchell from this point forward. Any arrearage payment that may be owed to Ms. Cook will still go to her. That won't be affected. I appreciate y'all logging in today and helping us get this done. And the department will be dismissed. Mr. Taylor, you'll be dismissed. You're good with this?
Absolutely.
All right.
It is my recommendation, and I believe it's in Micaiah's best interest.
Okay, very good then.
Your
I
Honor,
will
I
sign
did just
an order.
kind of want to brag on Micaiah, just FYI, it would make your day. This
Sure.
young man started the school year as a sophomore and he is officially a senior as of just last week.
He's doing
That's
very
wonderful.
well.
He's doing amazing.
That's great. Well,
Very
good
proud of
news. It's good news all around. So. All right, then. Thank you all very much. I'll sign an order when you get it over to me.
Yes.
And I appreciate everybody logging in.
Thank you, Judge. And Miss Cook, we'll email you to get a mailing address so that we can mail out final copies or get it to Miss Hunter.
Already got it.
Okay.
I sent Christina my address.
Okay. All right, I thank you.
Okay, thank you all very much.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank
Thanks,
y'all.
Judge.
Have a blessed day.
You too.
All right, y'all too.